Good morning, one and all. In yesterday's class, we have seen what is Python, what are its features, and how to run the Python program. In today's class, we'll compare Python with other languages and what is Python documentation, how to read input and write output to the console, and so on. Right? So let us compare with Python with other languages. First, let's compare with Perl. Perl is very much popular for its regular expressions. And what do you mean by regular expressions? Regular expressions are nothing but they are sequence of characters that has to be searched in a particular text. That is, it's a search pattern. Whether, for example, if you want to find a substring in a string, or whether you want to find all the even characters in the string, it's a search pattern. So Perl is known for its regular expressions. But the syntax, the symbolic syntax of Perl language is very much difficult and it is difficult to decipher. That's why beginners will not give a preference to the Perl language when compared to Python language. Python language is very easy to understand. Coming to Java language. In Java language, the development is very slow when compared to Python language because the lines of code in Java language are more. This makes the Java development slow. But coming to the execution part, Java execution is fast, but development is slow. And when coming to the Python development is fast and execution is slow. Python is actually developed using C language. When a Python is interpreted using C language, it is called as Python or simply Python. But when Python is interpreted with Java language, when you can able to execute the Python using Java language, that language is called as Jython or JPython. TCL TCL is nothing but tool command language and it is more restrictive. It is restrictive because it has limited data types than Python. And TCL is often used with TK, that is toolkit, in developing the GUI applications. JavaScript, then comparing Python with JavaScript, Java can be only executed within the web browser. You can embed JavaScript with the HTML and you can make the HTML interactive. But Python provides execution outside as well as inside the web browser. Python documentation. See, you can find the Python documentation. Most of the languages will not give the documentation. It is like if you want to know something about the functions. So where you have to find the documentation may not be available for all the languages, but Python provides the documentation, and that documentation can be found in CD-ROMs or in main website. For example, you see this main website, python.org. Here under documentation, you can find Python docs. And if you are using Windows, you can install the Python docs along with the Python. You can find this Python doc in the same path where Python has been installed. So this is Python docs. You can find information about various keywords in Python. Right. Program input and output. If I want to print something onto the console, we use a function called as print in Python language. See here, I want to print hello world. As hello world is a string, I have embedded hello world in the single quotes. You can embed them in double quotes also. And inside the print function, whatever you want to print, you can print that value or a string. And you can assign a particular value to the variable and you can print that variable. Else you can print the value of the function inside the print function. See, let us see that example. See here, if I want to print just hello. I am printing it. And I can assign the value to a variable and I can print that variable. And if you are using Python IDE and at the command prompt, that is at Python prompt, without using the print function, if you use just if you type the variable name, then the value of the variable will be displayed. See here, without using the print function, and this is possible at IDE only. So the value has been printed. And if I want to read something from the keyboard, then we use a function called as input. So input is used. Now the prompt is waiting for the user to input something here. So I'm inputting the value 2. But if you observe here, the command prompt, the prompt is waiting for the user to read something, but user does not know what to type. Just it has waited for the user to input something. So to avoid this type of confusion, we can display the text inside the input. So whether to make the user to know whether he has to enter the marks or he has to enter the roll number or the name, something, it has to give, if we want to display the text that user has to input, we can embed them in the input function. Say I want to read the name. So I'll type enter the name. Now the user can know that he or she has to enter the name here. So I am typing the name Bob. Right? And say I am displaying the previous value. In the command prompt, we use a special character called as underscore to display the last evaluated expression. That is, the last displayed value can be rewritten or redisplayed using underscore symbol. So when I typed underscore symbol, 2 has been displayed here. Comments. Comments in Python starts with hash character. If you want to make any sentence as a comment line, then precede that sentence with hash character. And multi-line comments are also possible in Python language. Embed that sentence in triple quotes. Embed all the multiple lines in the triple quotes, then it becomes a comment line. Multiple comment lines. Our next topic, operators. We have many operators in Python language like arithmetic operator, comparison operators, assignment operators, logical operators, bitwise operators, membership operators, and identity operators. Arithmetic operators. Under arithmetical operators, we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, exponential, and floor division. Addition operators, all these arithmetic operators will take 2 operands. Say, for example, if I say if A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 20, A plus B, it will display 30. Similarly, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus will give the remainder value. Exponential will display the power of the 2 values. For example, if A is equal to 2 and B is equal to 2, 2 power 2 will display 4. Floor division. Floor division will give the quotient value. It divides the 2 values, numerator and denominator, or else the left hand side and the right hand side. And it gives the quotient value. The difference between division and the floor division is if we are using the positive values, then the value after the point will be removed and the value before the point will be displayed. But if you are using the negative value, the value is rounded off and the rounded value will be displayed. Let us see the example, this example. If I say 9 floor 2, see 4 has been displayed. That means the value after the point is removed. But if the same thing, if I say minus 11 floor division 3, then it is giving the value minus 4. That means the value is rounded here. Comparison operators. We have different comparison operators: double equal to, not equal to, less than, greater than, less than, greater than equal to, and less than equal to. See, do not get confused with double equal to and equal to. Equal to is an assignment operator, whereas double equal to is a comparison operator. If I say A is equal to B means, sorry, A is equal to 3 means the value of 3 is assigned to A. But if I say A double equal to B means A and B values are compared, not equal to. If two values on the left hand side and the right hand side, that is, if 2 not equal to 3, then it evaluates to true. Less than and greater than symbol, if you use both these less than and greater than symbol, these are not equal to. This symbol is similar to not equal to. Similarly, less than, greater than, less than or equal to, and greater than or equal to. Assignment operators. First one is equal to. As I said, when equal to symbol is displayed, when equal to symbol is displayed, is used, it assigns the value. The left side, the right side value is assigned to left side operand. If I say C is equal to A plus B is calculated and the value of A plus B is assigned to C. Again, plus equal to means if I say C plus is equal to A, it is equal to C is equal to C plus A. Minus equal to. If I say C minus equal to A, that means it is C is equal to C minus A. Similarly, star equal to, which is multiplication equal to, division equal to, modulus equal to, exponential equal to, and floor equal to. Next, coming to bitwise operators. Bitwise operators works on bits and performs bit by bit operation. That means these values are used on binary values. Say for example, if I say A is equal to 60 and B is equal to 13, and if I say A and B, then A value is first converted into its binary form. That is, the binary form of 60 is 00111100. And again 13 is converted into its binary form, that is 00001101. And if I say A and B, in A and B means and operator. And operators performs like this. If both the values of A and B are 1, the resultant is 1, else it is 0. That's why 0 and 1 is 0, 0, 0 is 0, 1, 1 is 1, 1, 1 is 1, 1, 0 is 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0 is 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. A or B. A or B means if either of the values are 1, then the resultant is 1. That means 1 and 0 or 0 or 1. 1 or 0 is 1. 0 or 1 is 1. 0, 0 is 0. A nor B. A nor B is if either of the values are 1, then it is 1. In other cases, it is 0. That means if 0, 0 is there, 0 nor 0 is 0, and 1 nor 1 is also 0. Only 1 nor 0 or 0 nor 1 will be 1. Negation of A. In negation of A, all the ones will become 0 and zeros will become 1. Let us see this A and B example. Say A is equal to 60, B is equal to 13. So if I say A and B, A value will be converted into its binary form, B will be converted into binary form, and they will get added, and the decimal value of A and B will be displayed. See, 12 has been displayed. Logical operators, we have three logical operators: and, or, and not. And if both the operands are true, then condition becomes true. Or if either of the one is true, that means either of the operands are true, then it is true. Not, it is reverse. If A is true, not A will become false. Membership operators. There are two membership operators. Membership operators test for membership in a sequence. For example, in and not in. In operator, if the given element is there in the sequence, then it evaluates to true. If it is not there in the sequence, then it will be false. Not in, if the given element is not there in the sequence, then it becomes true, else it becomes false. Let us see the example. I'll take an element 2 and let's check whether 2 is there in the sequence 1, 2, 3 or not. Since it is there, it will give the value true. I'll check for 4 in 1, 2, 3. It is giving false. And if I say 2 not in 1, 2, 3, as 2 is there in 1, 2, 3 and I am checking for not in, then it will give false. Right? Hope you understood. Identity operators. Identity operators compare the memory locations of two objects. One is and is not. Is evaluates to true if the variables on either side of the operator points to same object, and false otherwise. Say, if I say 2 is 2, as both are equal, it evaluates to true. So here, one point we need to know. Say, most of you are familiar with C language or any other language. If I say int a is equal to 5 or a is equal to 5, in C language, a memory location will be created, and inside the memory location, 5 will be written or 5 will be stored, and this memory location is named as A. So now A is pointing to 5. Now A is pointing to 5. Again, if I say B is equal to 5, another memory location will be created. Another memory location will be created, and inside that the 5 is inserted, and this memory location is named as B. Now B is pointing to 5. But this is not the case with Python. Python, values are objects. When I say A is equal to 5 and B is equal to 5, both A and B are pointing to same memory locations. A and B are pointing to same memory locations. See here, I'm saying A is equal to 5, B is equal to 5, and if I check the ID of A and ID of B identity, see here, both are having same IDs. But if I say A is equal to 6 now, and if I check the ID now, it has been changed from 1410181104 to 1410181112. Sorry, 1120. Okay. So is results in 1 if ID of X equal to ID of Y. Similarly, is not. Operator precedence. So if in an expression, if an expression contains two or more operators, say A plus B minus C, which operator should be evaluated first? That is given by precedence. This is the following list of all operators from highest precedence to lowest precedence. Exponential is having the highest precedence, whereas not or and is having lowest precedence. Associativity. If in an expression the operators are having the same precedence, say in this case, plus and minus are having same precedence. If the expressions contains same precedence operators, then in which direction the expression should be evaluated? That is given by associativity. Almost all the operators in the Python have left to right associativity. That means they have to be executed from left to right. But in case of exponent operator, they has right to left associativity. That means if you type 2 power 3 power 2, it is equal to 2 power 3 power 2. Variables and assignments. Variables are simple identifier names with an alphabetic first character. Alphabetics means you can have uppercase letters and lowercase letters, and you can even include underscore. Any additional characters may be alphanumeric or underscore. You can include the underscores, alphanumerics, and alphabets in defining the variables. Remember, Python is a case sensitive language. That means if you are using the word case with A as capital letter in first variable, in the first name, and A as small letter in the second name, these two names, see here, this case and this case, these two cases are different. Python is dynamically typed. See, in the other languages, if you want to use any variable, that variable has to be declared prior itself. For example, if you want to use a variable called as A, its data type should be declared. That is, whether if you are declaring it as int A, then A becomes integer variable. If I say char A becomes character variable. But this is not the case with Python language. In the Python language, when you assign the value to the variable, the data type of the value will automatically be assigned to that variable. So if I say counter is equal to 0, as 0 is of type integer, then counter becomes integer data type variable. Miles is equal to 1000.0, then miles become floating type. Name is equal to Bob. Name has become string type. So whenever you assign a value to the variable, immediately data type is assigned to that variable. Numbers. Python supports 5 basic numerical types, out of which 3 are integer types. That is int, float, and complex. Under integer, it supports signed integers, long, and boolean. Under floating, it supports floating point real numbers and complex numbers. And in the mathematics, we use character I to represent the complex numbers, but in Python, we use J for representing the complex numbers. Even we can use hexadecimal values in Python language. For example, if I say d is equal to 0x80, then and if I type d, we'll get the decimal value of that hexadecimal value. If I want the hexadecimal value of a decimal number, we use a function called as hex. Hex of 120 will give the value of 0x80. Boolean values are also supported in Python language, that is true and false. They are represented as true and false. And if you represent it as zeros and ones, they are taken as integers but not as Boolean values. You need to represent Boolean values as true and false in Python language. That's all for today. Thank you.